All right, we're here today with Jordan Bailey from USA Triathlon. Jordan, can you tell us what is USA Triathlon?
Sure. USA Triathlon is the national governing body for the sport of triathlon. And triathlon, of course, is competition ranging in distances, but basically encompasses a swim, bike, run, with events as short as an hour competition all the way up to kind of the iconic Ironman, which is a 2.5 mile swim, a 112 mile bike, and a 26.2 mile run. The USA Triathlon itself is the national governing body, and in that capacity, it helps to promote race directors at the grassroots level, in addition to our coaching education programs, as well as an annual membership of about 400,000 athletes nationwide.
Well, what's your role with the organization?
So I specifically am a senior director of development, and I work for the USA Triathlon Foundation. The foundation itself is still relatively new, and so it's been around for about 5 years, and the foundation is the fundraising arm for the organization. And I specifically help on the individual giving side of things. So I meet with constituents, both in person, over Zoom, and on phone calls to kind of talk through and evangelize all of the good things that USA Triathlon is doing, and then raise money specifically to support three priority areas for us. One being our Olympic high performance pipeline, two being para-triathlon, and then three being our youth and junior programming.
So you said the foundation's been in existence for 5 years. How long has USA Triathlon been in existence?
Sure. So compared to other NGBs, USAT is still relatively new because the sport of triathlon really didn't kind of come into fashion until the 1980s. And so there was a precursor organization for USAT called Tri-Federation, which was established in the early 90s. That eventually ended up kind of transforming into what is now USA Triathlon in the mid to late 90s. And as I said, the foundation itself then came about in about 2016, 2017.
What's the fee for an organizer to sanction with USAT?
For a race director, it is $175 to basically have your race sanctioned. And what that does is a couple of things. One, it gives the race itself, it gets put on USAT's national calendar. So that's good marketing for all of our 400,000 annual members to know that the race is going on. Two, it provides a level and a stamp of approval that race itself is up to a certain quality and standard. So they're following the national guidelines in terms of competition rules, and then in terms of like putting on the race itself. Again, you have officials in your the level of quality is at such a rate that it's approved by USAT. And then finally, by sanctioning with USA Triathlon, race directors are also then kind of entered into USAT's insurance. So that event is covered by USAT insurance, and then all of the athletes that participate are covered from an insurance perspective.
Is it medical insurance or just liability?
Both.
Both. Oh, that's very good. In a USAT sanctioned event, are all the participants required to be USAT members?
So there are two options for a USAT sanctioned event. If you have an annual membership, then you can basically like race whatever event that you want. And again, from an annual perspective for an athlete, they then get kind of entered into USAT's national ranking system. They're eligible for pretty cool sponsorship, or not sponsorship, but offers from USAT corporate sponsors. And then three, they're also eligible to race our national championship events. But if you're just doing a one-off event, and that's priced at $50 for an annual membership. But if you want to do a one-off event, you can then do a one-day license, which is a $15 fee on a one-off basis.
And an annual membership is $50, as I know, because I just paid it. So,
yeah.
Yeah. as an event director, do I have to comply with certain safety protocols? Is there like a safety plan that I would need to submit to USAT?
Exactly right. So again, that's kind of like the standard and level of quality that going through the sanctioning process, the race director is then complying with, that then communicates and markets towards the athletes that this is an approved USAT sanctioned event, and you're getting a level of quality better than compared to, you know, a mom and pop that are just kind of going rogue and you know, doing a one-off event.
Mm-hmm. Is there an international organization with the same purpose? And if so, is there reciprocity?
Sure. So triathlon in the year 2000 became an Olympic event. And so it all kind of falls under the kind of the big Olympic umbrella. So at the international level, there is an equivalent organization called the World Triathlon. World Triathlon is our international governing body, and then there are similar national governing bodies at the country level that again are kind of responsible for the organization at the nation level, but then ultimately, you know, we obviously help to support and sustain the sport at the grassroots level and encourage youth and adult and amateur participation. But then USAT as a national governing body is also, as I said previously, responsible for kind of developing the best of the best at the international level. And so we're helping to cultivate and train those elite athletes that are then competing at the highest Olympic levels.
Mm-hmm. What are some similar organizations for other disciplines or sports that you're aware of? Like, for example, my swim event is sanctioned by US Master Swimming. And there's
so USA Swimming would be one, kind of on the swimming realm. And honestly, like most Olympic sports have similar NGBs for the US. So again, like to kind of hit out all of the swim, bike, run ones, USA Swimming is one, USA Cycling is another, USA Track and Field covers kind of the running events. If you get into, you know, some more of the obscure ones, like there's a USA Badminton, USA Fencing, etc.
Mm-hmm. How does somebody find out more about the USA Triathlon?
So obviously, you know, there's a wealth of information available for a lot of different constituent groups on our website. So it's pretty nicely broken into kind of age group amateur athletes, folks that are specifically race directors, those that are coaching or looking for coaching information, and then our elite athletes as well.
All right. Very good, Jordan. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.